Hey guys, welcome back to another video. So in this video I wanted to do a sort of island design video. I had this idea to make sort of 3 islands within the island because I've got a massive empty space on the left side of my island, so the opposite to where I am at the moment. I decided to just film the footage and then speed it up and then do like a voiceover, so it's a bit like a speed build. So I'm just preparing, sorting out the final things. I think I've just done all the daily tasks and now I'm just emptying my pockets. I need to do label challenge at some point. So this is the area that I want to work on today. I'll just put my map on the screen so you can see like roughly what the space looks like at the moment. I've already built one of the islands that I want to build. I got the idea from, I think I saw it on Reddit, then I saw a video on YouTube which linked to a Twitter post. So I'll put all those links in the description bar and I'll put a picture on screen of like the plan of what I'm trying to make. So I already made one of the islands and it's just got some fruit trees on it at the moment. I'll probably go over to it shortly. I'm just clearing the space at the moment. There hasn't really been anything here since the start of my island. It was mostly, I think it was just a river, and then yeah, I think that was it actually. I don't think I've ever had anything on this section. I did have a crafting area at the back, but I had like removed everything to get the 5-star island because you can't have any materials on the ground, which is really annoying. But so seeing as I've removed those, I thought that was a good time to start designing this area. So now I'm just left with a massive empty space. So I don't want my island to be too straight and symmetrical. I kind of want it to be a bit more dynamic, I guess, and have different areas that are a bit more interesting. So I saw someone's, I think it was on Reddit, I saw a design for an island. They had like these little islands connected by bridges and I really liked that idea, so I thought I'd do that. And I also don't have many rivers in my island, so this is a good way to get some more water around because I quite like the idea of having a lot of water on the island. So here I'm just clearing away the pond that was here when I started. And that area I just picked up was like where I had all my crafting area, but I found it was a bit too far towards the back of the island, so I'd kind of like it more in the middle. So I think I'm going to move it more central, possibly on the island that I've already built. I might put it there. And so also on this part, there's a river sort of like on the top of that cliff where all those flowers are, and I want to connect it to the rivers that will go like around the islands. So I'm just picking up these flowers also because I don't like how that sort of cliff terraform bit to the left is only too wide because it just looks a bit strange. It's a bit too straight. Oh yeah, and then Marcy came and started chasing a bug. So I'm just filling in this bit of cliff at the moment. Then I noticed Marcy had a flea on her, so I thought I'd go and save her from that. And I also got the flea achievement, which is good. Yeah, so you can see that waterfall and that bit of river. I want to connect that to the bit on the lower level, so I'm just making a space for that to connect to. I think I might have to change the bit to the left, that dip. That's where my house is at the moment, but I think it's a bit too square for my liking, so I don't change it in this video, but I think I'm going to have to change it at some point. I never really plan too much when I'm terraforming. I kind of just like build it and then see what it looks like afterwards. That's why I keep going back to look to see how it seems, but it probably ends up taking longer. Also, I'm super indecisive, which is probably why I've spent so many hours on this game but still haven't really got anything on half of my island. And also I've got flowers everywhere, which in hindsight probably wasn't the best to just let them grow wild, because now I've got to pick all of them up. And because I haven't done any flower decoration on my island yet, really, I don't want to just throw them away because I'm going to need them to decorate, and I'm not sure what colours I want to do. I don't want to just do one colour, I kind of want to do a colourful island. I did want to go for all white looking, but I think so many people have done the white look of the island, sort of with the birch logs, stakes, and the I think it's birch colouring of all the like wooden furniture. I don't really want to do that because so many people have done that. What did I get? Ooh, underwater flowing. Oh, I already know. Yeah, so I have a lot of flowers to pick up, which is wonderful. That will just take loads of time. So I'm just trying to think how I want the river to connect up, because I don't really have a lot of space, so it's only really going to be able to be too wide, so I don't want it to be too long either. But I don't really have many choices here. That's why I think I need to change the bit to the left and maybe at least round it off that bit of cliff. That's basically just a square. It doesn't look very natural. I kind of wanted to go for a natural look, but it's quite difficult to imagine the natural look without making it too straight and symmetrical. And I'm going to put a bridge across this bit, going diagonally across at some point, but I haven't yet because I haven't decided what type of bridge I want, so I haven't put one in yet. Oh yeah, I can hear a balloon. This one takes me an embarrassingly long amount of time to get. Like, how many shots was that? It's probably like 15 shots. And now I can't pick it up. Ooh, shell reef. That's cool. I think I'm gonna leave these houses here. There is some others that I want to move, but I think those ones I'm gonna keep because they're not too in the way of anything. Now I'm just trying to make the river look less straight, but I'm not sure if that actually looks worse, so I might change that. So I'm not really going to be able to put anything on those little... I guess I could put like a flower. I don't know if I'd be able to put a tree there. I can't remember if you can be that close to the water. I kind of doubt it though. Yeah, so I want to connect that waterfall up to a river that kind of goes where I'm running now. Yeah, so you can see on the map I've already got that island to the right. And then we'll try and connect the river. But it's like so hard to imagine in my head. I can't picture how it's gonna look and where it's gonna be. So I'm just thinking like this is where my bridge could go. I'm not sure which bridge I want to get yet. I did think the wooden one, was it called Zen? the curved wooden one, not the flat one. Yeah, so this is the fruit island. I've just put all the fruit trees around the outside except from my native fruit tree, which is apples. But I'm not sure where I'm going to put them because I feel like it doesn't look complete without the apple trees, but they don't really fit. But I do want that one to be the crafting island, I think, so I think I'm going to have to move all those trees onto one of the other islands that I'm going to build. So if this was a bridge, this like piece of land I'm standing on now connects into another island. But I don't think it will fit with those houses there. And also then there'll be two exactly the same just on top of each other, so I don't really want to do that because I'm trying to not go for the whole symmetrical, like perfectly shaped island look. I wanted a bit more random, but obviously I find it difficult to make things look random without making them look really, I don't know, just like they look artificial, like forced. So I think I might do another one that's the same shape as that fruit one to the left, like connecting to that waterfall we just built, and then do a random shape that's sort of not a perfect circle or a smaller circle. What am I doing now? Oh, I'm just emptying my pockets. What does she want to give me? Cycling shirt. No, I prefer what I was wearing before. Yeah, I decided to get a bridge so I can see how it will fit. Just so I can test the space. So, yeah, I think I've already got that brick bridge. That's the only bridge I've got at the moment. Yeah, I think I went for the Zen bridge and then I tried that out. But you'll see in a minute, it just looks a bit too big for the space if I just decide to put it there. So I think if I'm going to put a bridge in this space now, then it will have to be that wooden bridge that's the flat one. I mean, it will look better once there's more river there, but it just looks a bit big. And also I need it to line up with that incline because that's just going to really annoy me otherwise. This is my anger at the fact that it won't go next to the cliff. I think stuff would look better once I've got fences and things in the ground and flowers and shrubs and things like that, but I'm not at that point yet. Oh my god. There we go. Yeah, see, that looks better, but I still think it looks a bit big. It's like the same height as that waterfall. So I think the flat one would look better. But that does look better than before, so... Okay, so now I'm just trying to figure out where this island's going to go. So then I thought I should make just a blank sort of pattern so I can space out where I need to dig and like where the island's going to go. So I thought I'd just make a plain one. And then I thought I'd draw an outline around it so I can see where the edge of the square is. I think it actually worked quite well. I mean, it doesn't look that nice, but it's only temporary. I can see Boolean shadow right now. Have I seen it? Yes, I have. Is it going to go in the water? Ooh, just made it. So I think by looking at the plan, the island is 12 wide. So I'm just marking out like the width of where it would be roughly, and then it's like 12 by 12 is like the maximum measurements of it. But then I'm looking at that and I'm thinking, oh, it's quite close. So I think I thought about if I move it up, it won't be so close. It seems like such a massive space, and then I started like planning this out where it's going to go, and then suddenly I was running out of space. I'm just looking at how much space I've got for the other island, because obviously the islands are 12 by 12, but then you need to have like a river that's 4 wide around it. So once you've added that, it actually takes up quite a lot of space. Okay, so now it's nighttime. I took a break filming and now I'm back, and it's a massive thunderstorm. Which at the time I was filming it as well, there was a massive thunderstorm happening in real life, which is a weird coincidence. I think I'm still trying to decide how these islands are going to fit in. At the time I was like, oh yeah, it'd be easy, but yeah, it's really difficult. And I've got a balloon. Yay, gold nugget. I need to build a gold watering can, so I need gold nuggets. So back to the pattern. I think the pattern did really help in trying to work out where it was going to go. It doesn't help that like cafe thing's there, so I think I do pick that up at some point. But I do quite like the design, so I think I'm gonna move it somewhere else. I'm just measuring. Well, I think that's where the river would go. Oh no, that would be the next island if it was like a big one. A big 12 wide by 12 long island. See, I don't know how it should come into contact with these cliffs. Like, should the rivers go right up to the bottom of the cliff? I think now I've decided I need to empty my pockets. So this is another flower dumping area, basically. Or I just have a load of flowers I'm going to have to pick up at some point. I think in this area I want to have a carnival type space, but that will have to wait until I've done these islands. Because I really want, my priorities are the crafting island or crafting area, then the fruit trees area, and then I want to do like a picnic area that's on an island. Right, so now I'm going to pick up all of this. I'm just taking a screenshot so I can remember how it looks. So I made this ages ago, and I quite like it. It's like the little Italian pizza garden. I probably could have thrown all these flowers away because I've got quite a lot of them, and I think they're ones that you can buy anyway. Maybe that's what I should have done actually. Now I'm thinking about it, ones I could have bought I should have just thrown away, because now I'm going to have to pick all of them up again. I wish you could zoom out on the island as well, that would be really useful. If I could see the space from above but not too far away, like so closer than the map but further away from where it is now, then at least I could picture it a bit more. I'm still trying to decide where I want this river to connect up with the river of the outside of the island. It's so hard to picture it. I think I've just repeated my problems of Animal Crossing like 1,000 times in this video. So now I'm just adding the edges of where the island might go, so I can see. So I've sort of decided that this is kind of where I want it. Let's just do the complete outside ring, just to make sure it's in the right place before I start digging it all, because that will take longer than it will placing down all these patterns. I did decide that I'd have to move that house that's to the right. That's Annalise's house, so also Fritta's house is next to it, and I kind of want to keep the houses together, so I'm gonna have to move Fritta's house as well. And now we are finally actually building the river, and we're starting to make the island. So the island's taken shape. It's pretty quick to do the island, really. Once having the patterns definitely did help, so I can see where to dig, because the first one I did where I was just looking at the kind of guide that I got from Twitter, it was so difficult to kind of work out where you had to dig. It took me ages to do it. Now I'm realising that that house is like way too close, so it's definitely going to have to go. Yeah, so that's the island pretty much done after I've done this last bit. Yeah, so that's like where the island is. It's quite a decent size, so you can fit quite a lot on it. So I thought I'd just clear out the patterns so I can see how it actually looks. So I'm still left with these awkward sort of pieces at the back. I'm still trying to decide now, like watching it back, what I would want to do with them. Because I move Annalise's house, but towards the back of the island, because I have a second level cliff that doesn't have anything on it, so I thought I'll move her house there. But it does leave a lot of space in this area with nothing in it. Oh yeah, and now I need to do the river on the outside. Sorry, Piper, I've cut you off. I think I'm trying to work out how it's going to join up to that waterfall without looking too unnatural. Which that diagonal just looks very unnatural. I want the river to be 4 wide, I think. I feel like that's a good width for a river. So I think I'm gonna have to change these cliffs at the back and do some terraforming on them. I haven't done too much terraforming on any of the cliffs really, like any of the second or first level, to be honest. I've kind of left them in their original shape and only done like slight adjustments to them. But I think I'm gonna have to push that one back. That's behind me right now with the flowers on. Because there isn't really anything on there anyway. It's just the museum, and then I've got 3 houses up there, but it's kind of wasted space at the moment, so I think it'd be nicer to have it connect around so you can walk around the outside. And I'm not sure about that space behind me right now, whether I'm going to... I don't know whether to fill it in or kind of leave it how it is. I want to make a farmland area for the turnips. So I'm not sure where that's going to go actually, because I haven't got that much space left on the island, so maybe I'll have to do it in that area. I'm not sure at the moment. So I'm pretty pleased with that at the moment. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. I still need to build the 3rd island, the smaller one that's not going to be a perfect circle. So I've got to try and fit that in somehow, and I still need to move Fritta's house. And then finish off the area around those 2 houses where they're going to move to. And decorate that. Do a bit more terraforming, I think, and then... I've got mainly decorations to do. I need to populate these islands as well, which will be exciting because I'm looking forward to making the crafting island and the picnic one. I'm really looking forward to. I found like a picnic blanket pattern ages ago, but I haven't got to use it yet, so I'm really excited about that. So thanks for watching. I think I'm going to have another video doing more designing to the island. Hopefully it'll be in daylight though and it won't be raining. I'm not sure next time I'm going to be designing will be hopefully soon though, because now I've watched this back I've got loads of ideas, so I want to get on with them.